Let's turn our spotlight on Ghana's vibrant showbiz industry, particularly the growing field of event organizing on today's show business segment. Because as live events and entertainment gain traction, this sector is evolving into a significant economic driver, offering opportunities and facing unique challenges. Joining us via Zoom is culture journalist Kenneth Awatridako with some more insights on this. Hello, Kenneth. Thank you for joining us. Can you tell us about the current state of the event organizing industry in Ghana? How has it evolved in recent years?
So, Emma, if you can hear me, there has been a lot of evolution when it comes to the entertainment space here in Ghana. You'd realize that for a very long time, Ghanaians have been into the business of organizing events. Back in the day when our forefathers were in the limelight, there were, events of gatherings, for instance, when there was the need for conversations or announcements or derbas or even a very little cultural gathering. You know that back then people used to gather around the fire to tell stories amongst others. All those are very little gatherings that you could term these days as event organizing, but the difference is that it has seen a lot of evolution now. It has moved from small community-based events to now large scale, concerts and festivals amongst others, including even, corporate gatherings as well. So basically the increasing demand for, the quality of entertainment and professional events has basically spurred, the innovation in this particular sector, for which reason we now have what is known as a very professional event space where event organizers are actually thriving as we speak.
Kenneth, as this is a developing space, what can you say are some of the key challenges being faced by the organizers?
Well, the challenges are quite numerous. I mean, if you look at the fact that infrastructure in the country is one big issue that we are still grappling with, you'd understand that if you have like an event, for instance, where there are state-of-the-art venues, for instance, it would have helped a lot as well. And also logistical issues such as, maybe equipment, very basic equipment that since we are talking about increasing the standard of event organizing in the country, you would understand that logistical challenges are a very big issue. And if that is also solved, it's going to help, facilitate a lot of these events. For instance, if you don't have like a good maybe road infrastructure, for instance, and you still have like a very good auditorium where you're organizing an event, execution will be a problem because you can give the time that guests should arrive or audiences should arrive, but the fact that the road amenities are very bad will very delay the plans for that particular activity. So that also coupled with the fluctuation costs. I mean, for now we are in a situation where people are complaining a lot about how the prices of goods and products on the market are going high, and this is also affecting the creative industry and also dovetailing into the event organizing space as well. So as an event organizer, if you have equipment that are very expensive, it used to be expensive, but now still going up and up depending on how the depreciation of the local currency is going, it's also going to affect your activity as well. So fluctuation costs, logistical challenges also, and also basically infrastructural issues are all things that affect event organizers in the country as well.
Right. Someone would say we now live in a digital world. How would you say these people are leveraging technology? Any innovations you'd like to share?
There are so many right now. I mean, there's this conversation that we are having on Zoom alone is one big technological challenge that has been solved that was happening during COVID-19 and has now become a trend that even when there's an event and the patrons can't be there physically, people are employing technologies such as Zoom, such as Skype, among other, video conferencing, devices or innovations that are helping as well. When it comes to like the ticketing, for instance, as well, there are now digital ticketing systems, they are advanced, sound and lighting equipment, and we are seeing a shift from, very basic activities or very basic things that were used to be done in an archaic way, finding now more sophisticated ways to improve like the general experience of what an event was going to be. So there are lots of innovations that are being employed right now. Virtual reality is a big deal as well, and also is making its way into the event. So basically the entire experience of event organizing is basically seeing a very huge shift, and Ghana is currently trying to catch up as well.
Kenneth, do you have any recommendations for these people or event organizers and how they could break through in this dynamic industry?
So as a critic who's not too much into planning events, the best that I can do is look at what best practices are being employed out there in the West, for instance, where the technological advancement has seen a lot of a very big shift as well. So if you look at those things, you realize that networking among event organizers is very important, because that's the only way you can get to learn the best practices elsewhere and apply that in your life as well, to improve the local scene here as well. So that builds stronger relationships. Also, event organizers can help by staying very, current and updated with trends and technologies as well. And also, basically ensuring that whatever technology, whatever innovation or event you're organizing, no matter how good it is, has the local context in mind. So basically it helps you prepare for any type of audience that you're running. So if you're in Ghana, you understand that you make sure that the event that you're organizing or whatever innovation that you're bringing in to make it happen has a very local touch, and you contextualize it to be able to address its own peculiar challenges, Emma.
Right. Thank you very much, Kenneth, for the insight and for making time on Marketplace. One last